Hey guys, sorry about that, just gearing up for the show today. I'm your host, Stephanie Panisello here at Leaderboard, and we're bringing you 107 facts that you need to know about Tomb Raider's 1996 classic. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a huge fan of the Tomb Raider franchise. So, let's get this show started. Number 1. Tomb Raider is an action-adventure third-person shooter game that was developed by Core Design and published by Eidos Interactive. Number 2. It was originally released for Sega Saturn, DOS, and PlayStation. Number 3. Tomb Raider was also released into the mobile gaming market for Nokia Engaged in 2003. The game was released for PlayStation Network in North America in August 2009 and in Europe in August 2010. Number 4. The game was critically and commercially successful, selling about 7.5 million copies worldwide. Number 5. Tomb Raider scored an aggregate score of 91 according to Metacritic, and it's considered widely influential. It also served as a template for many of the 3D action-adventure games that would follow it. Number 6. On December 6, 2010, a new Tomb Raider reboot was announced by Crystal Dynamics. Number 7. In the Sega Saturn and PlayStation versions of Tomb Raider, saving the game is restricted to fixed save points within each level. It usually had a blue crystal that was floating. It was incredibly annoying that they did that, and so after a lot of criticism, they decided to make it a save anywhere situation. Number 8. Preliminary work on the Tomb Raider commenced in 1993, but it wasn't until October 1996 that the game actually saw the light of day as a retail product. Number 9. The title was crafted by Core Design of Derby, England, who took about 18 months to develop it. Number 10. The team consisted of 6 people, including Toby Gard, who's credited as the creator of Lara Croft. Number 11. The character went through a ton of changes before Toby Gard decided to settle down on who we know now as Lara Croft. In its earliest conception, Lara was actually just a male placeholder for something similar to an Indiana Jones. But after realizing that there was tons of puzzles and stealth, it became much more important than just the action in the game. So, Core found that these requirements better suited a female character rather than the classic male character of an action hero. Number 12. Lara was initially going to be considered Lara Cruz, or I guess we could say Laura Cruz. She was initially supposed to be a Latin woman. However, they decided to go the English route. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a Latina. The fact that she originated that way is pretty damn cool. Number 13. According to Toby Gard, making Lara the initial Indiana Jones type girl was not what they had in mind. Lara's original concept was a cold-blooded, militaristic type of personality. Number 14. During some interviews, Toby Gard claims that he decided on making Lara a woman because he'd rather be looking at a female's backside as opposed to a male's backside. Number 15. The front of the Derby Studios building, which is where Core Design was developing the game, later became known as the Croft Manor. Number 16. The first glints of the game were seen for the Sega Saturn development kits. However, while the series would see more installments on the original PlayStation, no additional Tomb Raider games were ever released for the Saturn following the original. Number 17. The music for Tomb Raider was composed by Nathan McCree. Number 18. Unlike most other games of the time, there wasn't a musical track that was playing under the game. Instead, there were limited music cues that would play only during specially selected moments to produce a dramatic effect, such as enhancing tension during an action sequence, or when you're discovering a hidden secret. That's when the music plays. Number 19. For the majority of the game, the only sounds that you would hear were action-based. Like you would hear her footsteps or big explosions. You would hear atmospheric sounds like the roar of a nearby waterfall and Lara's own grunts and sighs. Since they didn't have to compete with the music in the background, they could enhance all of those sounds and make it feel way more real. Number 20. The game uses a solo oboe melody for the main theme. Number 21. Variations of the main theme melody have actually been used for all of the Tomb Raider games. The soundtrack of Anniversary was composed by Troels Brun Fulman, but he still loosely based it on the original theme. Number 22. The symphonic sounds of the earlier games were created using Roland Corporation's orchestral expansion board for their JV series keyboards. Bum, bum, bum! Number 23. The Greatest Hits edition of the PlayStation version had added demos and videos of other Eidos games. The first edition contained demos for Tomb Raider 2 and either one of the Fighting Force or Ninja Shadow of Darkness. The next print contained Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Tomb Raider number 3, and Gex Deep Cover Gecko. Number 24. In 1998, shortly after the release of Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider was re-released on the PC. This release titled Tomb Raider Gold: The Shadow of the Cat in North America and Tomb Raider Unfinished Business everywhere else. It featured the regular game as well as 2 expert chapters, Shadow of the Cat and Unfinished Business. clearly. Number 25. On March 5th, 2013, Square Enix released the reboot version of the game, and they did a phenomenal job, if I may say so myself. Number 26. In the new 2013 Tomb Raider reboot of the game, Lara is the younger version of Lara. She's naturally a little bit more vulnerable. She hasn't been through all of these situations. But on Yamatai Island, after being shipwrecked, she learns very quickly, and she gets into survival instincts. She learns to become a survivor, which makes her into the Lara that we all know and love. Number 27. Game Informer ranked it the 86th best game ever made in 2001. They praised it for Lara's appeal to gamers and non-gamers alike. Number 28. Sales topped the British charts a record 3 times and contributed to much of PlayStation's success. If it wasn't for Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, who knows where PlayStation would be. Number 29. In the previous year, Eidos Interactive had recorded a $2.6 million pre-tax loss. After the success of the game, though, it turned that loss into a $14.5 million profit in just a year. Number 30. Lara caused a sensation in the gaming world, and it catapulted her to cyber celebrity status, both in the game and outside of the game. Number 31. A comic book version of the series was created by Top Cow Productions. It ran from December 1999 through January 2005. A total of 50 issues were made. Number 32. Lara Croft officially made it to the big screen with 2001's Lara Croft Tomb Raiders, who was played by Angelina Jolie. Number 33. The movie was a tremendous success. Despite the negative reviews from critics, it broke the opening weekend record for films featuring a female protagonist. Its 274 million ticket sales worldwide ranked it as the second most successful video game adaptation in the world, and the most successful video game adaptation in the US. Number 34. The 2003 sequel, Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life, failed to achieve the same box office success as its predecessor. As a result, the studio blamed its troubles to the gaming side of the Tomb Raider universe. Sure, blame the game. Number 35. Here are other games that you can play as the iconic Lara Croft. Number 36. Lara can be found in the novel Tomb Raider: The 10,000 Immortals, written by the best-selling British novelist and book writer Dan Abnett in conjunction with Crystal Dynamics. Number 37. If you enjoy the reboot version of Lara Croft, then you can follow her adventures after Yamatai Island with Dark Horse Comics. The original writers were Gail Simone and Rhianna Pratchett, but now will be taken over by Mariko Tamaki.
Hey everyone, we're taking a quick break from the facts just to let you know that we have another channel where we do movies and television that aren't animated. It's called Cinematica, and you can check it out right here with 107 facts about Back to the Future. And we're letting you know this because December is Star Wars month, and we're going to be doing all Star Wars videos all the time on that channel, so if you're a big fan of Star Wars, you should totally check it out. And now, back to the facts.
Number 38. If you missed the old Lara, you can find Lara in Lara Croft and the Frozen Omen, written by Corinna Bechko and pencils by Randy Green. Number 39. Crystal Dynamics took over the franchise in 2006 and have since developed the last 5 games, including the new reboot. Number 40. The Croft Manor was built over one very busy weekend. Toby Gard was under some pressure, and so he went ahead and used the facade of Core Design Studios in Derby as the inspiration. Number 41. Several large corporations such as Timberland wanted to use Lara as their spokesperson. Number 42. The image of Lara Croft was used by U2 in their Pop Mart tour. Number 43. Lara was also featured in a music video, Men Are Pigs, from the German band Die Arts. Number 44. The Tomb Raider series was credited with 6 official Guinness World Book records in the Guinness World Records Gamers Edition in 2008. These records include most official real-life stand-ins, highest grossing video game movie, and most recognizable female video game character. Number 45. An infamous footnote in Lara's history is the so-called Nude Raider patch. This patch was created externally and was never housed on the Eidos or Core websites. The patch, when added to an existing Tomb Raider game, PC versions only, could cause Lara to appear naked. Poor Lara, she doesn't even have a choice in this. Number 46. Lara's infamous breast size was brought about by accident. According to Toby Gard, he said that while messing around with the model, he accidentally blew up Lara's breast size by 150%. His coworkers saw it and they absolutely loved it, and so therefore they decided to keep the increased size. Yeah. Number 47. Lara Croft was born on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 1968. Number 48. Lara was raised in the Croft Manor in a world of aristocracy. From age 3 to 11, she had private tutoring, From age 11 to 16, she attended the Wimbledon High School for Girls. Number 49. In 1998, Tomb Raider won the Origins Award for Best Action Computer Game of 1997. Number 50. Tomb Raider pays homage to Indiana Jones in a number of ways, including references to traps from Raiders of the Lost Ark, such as spiked pits, poison darts, boulders, and collapsing temples. Number 51. The original voice actress for Lara was Shelley Blond, who didn't return for any of the further installments. Number 52. There are a total of 10 named characters in Tomb Raider. Lara Croft, of course, Jacqueline Notla, Lorson Conway, Pierre DuPont, Colt Kincaid, Jerome Johnson, Qualipec, Tehokan, Carlos, and Cowboy. Number 53. Not counting the tutorial levels in Lara Croft's mansion, there are 4 different locations to visit with a total of 15 levels, within Peru, Greece, Egypt, and Atlantis. Number 54. Over 5,000 frames of animation were used on Lara alone. Number 55. There are 45 secrets in total, consisting of supplies such as medipacks and ammunition that Lara picks up on her adventures. Number 56. In Lara's home, the Ark of the Covenant can be seen at the front door, paying homage to Indiana Jones. Number 57. There are 22 different enemies that Lara gets to kick some ass on, including some of my favorites. For instance, bats, wolves, velociraptors, T-Rex. I mean, you name it, she kicks all of their butts. Number 58. Tomb Raider appears in the book 1001 video games you must play before you die. Number 59. In addition to having the soundtrack, well, ambient sounds, Core also recorded the dialogue and sound for all the in-game engine cutscenes as CD tracks, and the cutscenes can be listened to on your CD player. Number 60. The Tomb Raider level data format has been reverse engineered and is called T Rosetta Stone. Each level contains all the data besides the music. There's level geometry, all models, all textures, and sounds. You can see how some of the files were actually repeated in different levels. Number 61. The levels are composed of blocks, which enables the game to have Sokoban-like puzzles. Each block can have several triggers in it. The game uses skeletal animation and waypoints as well for the AI. Number 62. In addition to numerous comics produced by Top Cow Productions, Lara Croft's cross-promotional adventures have included a trilogy of novels inspired by the game, published by Ballantine Books: The Amulet of Power, The Lost Colt, and The Man of Bronze. Number 63. The sold-out version of the game is missing some audio tracks. Searching the web for Stella's Tomb Raider site, you can find tons of info and patches on making this game work, including the missing audio. Number 64. Tomb Raider was designed to run on the DOS operating system, but it can be tweaked to run on all versions of Windows. Gildos, a utility created by Tomb Raider fan Paul Gardner, adds improved graphics, audio, and other special effects. Number 65. Updated versions for PC that require no patching are also available for download from GOG.com and Steam. Number 66. Lara Croft has many different outfits throughout the entire series. However, in the original 1996 version, she only has her classic as well as Croft Manor Sport. Number 67. The final step in Lara's evolution came when Eidos Interactive purchased Core's parent company in 1996. Eidos wanted to give the game more of a British appeal, so instead of Lara Cruz, they went with something more British. The way they actually figured it out was they opened up a phone book and they went, okay, what's closest to Cruz? Oh, Croft. There we go. Number 68. Lara's composed of only 540 polygons. In 2013, however, she's made up of over 40,000 polygons. Number 69. Thanks to the game's generous 3D landscapes and the limits of 1996 technology, Tomb Raider contains a multitude of bugs and glitches that a player can use to their advantage. For example, by utilizing the corner bug, players can collect otherwise unreachable medipacks on any level. Number 70. The game's total body count is 6. Number 71. In early versions of the game, Larson would follow around Lara in the city of Vilcabamba. Number 72. It's not quite clear what products or services Natla Technology offers, but they are involved in mining, as we see in Natla's mining level. Number 73. The Aramaic word Natla means the vessel used for washing hands. Another possible etymology of Natla can be viewed literally as that which is lifted, or that which is taken. Number 74. The nuclear explosion which was featured in the game's intro was the Trinity nuclear test. It was the first test of technology for a nuclear weapon conducted by the US on July 16, 1945. The fireball blast was about 200 meters wide. Number 75. Larson was the first character to speak in the game. Number 76. The magazine that Larson shows Lara in the game's intro was called Adventurer, and the description on the bottom says, Lara stamps out Bigfoot. That's right, watch out guys. Nobody can take down Lara. Number 77. If you beat the game and load any of the saved levels, you'll have unlimited ammunition, unlimited choices to weapons, as well as some additional enemies. Number 78. In earlier versions of the beta, the original level was called Gym. You could also see Lara in her classic outfit. Number 79. In Vilcabamba's left passage, there's a pool below a series of jumps, And if you look really closely, you'll see that one of the textures is actually upside down. Number 80. According to GameFAQs statistics, the average gameplay time for the original Tomb Raider is 28.9 hours. Number 81. A speedrun of Tomb Raider was completed by M-Man on TombRunner.net, clocking in at 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 26 seconds without even using any glitches. That man must have had a lot of practice. Number 82. At the beginning of the stage, you can see 4 wolves, but if you look very closely, you're only going to see 3 prints in the snow. And if you look even closer, you'll notice that some of those prints are actually in reverse. Number 83. And if you follow those wolf prints, you can actually find a mixed up version of a lever on a rock formation. Number 84. There's this weird mummy that only appears about 3 or 4 times in the game, but he's always watching you. Number 85. The largest texture of the game can be found in the caves level. At the back of the room, containing the third secret, is a design that you don't see anywhere else in the game, and it's actually the Mayan calendar. Number 86. Gray wolves and brown bears don't really live in Peru. However, they appear everywhere in the Incan level. Number 87. The wolves in level 2 never actually step on any of the hidden traps. Those are some smart puppies. Number 88. T-Rex can only get you when you're standing on the ground. If you're on a ledge, he can't get at you. Number 89, a little known game control fact, is when you want Lara to do something as soon as possible, simply hold the required button down and she'll do it as soon as she can when she's finished doing what she's currently doing. Number 90, you can actually walk through spikes in the game. Even though it's not actually advocated in the game, you can do it. Good luck trying it on the new version of the game though. Number 91, normally if you climb on top of a movable block, you're safe from any hungry animals that are on the ground. However, that isn't always the case. Movable blocks seem to have a special zone assigned to where they're supposed to be at. So if you move them out of that zone, well, then a creature can easily come up and get you. Number 92. If you kill a crocodile or a rat underwater and then you lower the water levels down, the body will actually continue to float. Number 93. If there's too many enemies on the screen all at once, the ones furthest away from Lara will flicker in and out of existence. You can see this easily in Palace Midas by luring all of the animals on the lower level to the room with the 5 switches, then standing on the central platform and watching closely. Number 94. By playing the Tomb Raider CD as music in the CD player, you'll notice that 2 of these tracks were never actually played anywhere else. These are track number 14, which sounds like a slow version of the secret chime, and track number 19, which is an expert from the title screen music starting at 1:42. Number 95. When you start a new level, sometimes you'll notice that Lara will get a stamp on her passport in the middle pages. You can see this when you highlight the restart level, but interestingly enough, she doesn't get a stamp for every one of the 10 levels. The designers considered some levels to be 2 or 3 pieces of one larger level. That's why some levels seem to stop suddenly. Number 96. In Lara's home, the letters of the compass are blue instead of yellow. This might have something to do with the different colors used in Lara's clothes in this level. Number 97. By playing the Tomb Raider CD as a music CD, you'll be able to hear everything Lara says in the tutorial. However, 2 of the messages on this disc can never actually be heard in the game. These are track number 44, where she says, "Great, and if there's a long drop, I don't want to hurt myself jumping off. I can let myself down carefully." Or track number 46, where she says, "Then let go." Number 98. Like the Mayan calendar that you find in the first level, the city of Vilcabamba contains a few real-life artifacts that you may not be familiar with. For instance, the Aztec turquoise serpent. It's a stone snake that's beside the pool outside one of the secret rooms. Or the Atlian warriors through the large standing statues in various places in the level of Tomb of Qualapec. Number 99. At the city of Vilcabamba level, when you insert the 3 cogs into the dam mechanism and then pull the lever, the cogs don't actually spin. It makes you feel like you did all that work and it was a complete waste of time. But it does actually work and you get further. It's just an animation issue, I guess. Another glitch. Number 100. In the Palace Midas, there's a large medi-pack that's completely unreachable. It can only be reached by using glitches. I wonder if the designers purposely did that. Number 101. In the city of Kamoon, there's an item called the Sapphire Key, which is misspelled. It should be spelled S-A-P-P-H-I-R-E. Number 102. In the level Knotless Mines, there are missing sound effects. When pulling a movable block, there are normally 4 dragging noises. However, in this level, there's only 3, except if you're pulling the metal Knotla crates. Number 103. One real-life raider wasn't too happy about his mention in the game. The French archaeologist Jean-Yves Emperor, who famously discovered the remains of the Pharaoh's lighthouse near Alexandria, objected to the character of the same name and profession to be used in the 4th installment. Jean-Yves Emperor received an apology from the game's producers in 2001. Number 104. Lara Croft's likeness has been modeled by 6 different women, including model Nell McAndrew, actress Rana Mitra, gymnast Alison Carroll, and Angelina Jolie, which is the most recognizable Lara Croft. However, the new reboot, younger version of Laura is being done by Camille Luddington. Number 105. You can experience Laura's adventures in the Midwest in Tomb Raider's theme park ride at Paramount's King Island in Mason, Ohio. Number 106. Laura's grim biography starts with her mother disappearing after surviving a plane crash, as seen in Tomb Raider Legend. She was then left to her father, who was later killed by Jacqueline Natla, leaving Laura an orphan. Number 107. Real history played a major role in the game. Laura sometimes tackles mythical forces and locals in the game, but she also visits real-life places of historical significance too. Her time in Peru also includes a visit to Vilcabamba, which was considered the Incan Empire's last stronghold after the late 16th century Spanish invasion, and was rediscovered twice before its excavation began. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Please let us know if we've missed anything, because I would like to know. And also leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.